Hi beautiful Geminis, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie. Today we're going to be doing your reading for the full moon in Scorpio coming up. This is going to be a very powerful time of release. So this full moon might also feel very intense for some of us. Full moons are an intense part of the month always. And full moons are also completions, moments of completion, moments in which chapters of our lives are finding the resolution or completion that we need. Scorpio is a sign that is often associated with intensity as well. So this might be an intense time emotionally for us. We might be needing to let go of things that have served their purpose, but might be a little bit uncomfortable to release, I do have to say. The more we surrender and the more we allow for the things that need to go easily, the easier it's gonna get and be. But if we are holding on to something in a stubborn manner, we might find ourselves being challenged on this full moon. So this full moon is a great time for us to release negativity, for us to release everything that is no longer working, in the sense of, you know, we can declutter our life. Declutter our physical world, physical possessions, our room, our purse, our bag, our home, but also release the resentments from the past, the thoughts that are holding us back. You know, everything that is simply not serving us anymore needs to go. And it will be very clear for all of us on this full moon, under the light of this full moon in Scorpio, what exactly needs to go. Some of you guys at this point of the month, you're going to be looking back at your accomplishments and you're going to be saying, wow, like there's a lot that has happened very recently. I have managed to develop a lot of abilities and I have managed to achieve a lot of success in certain areas. Some of you guys obviously will want more success. Some of you guys don't feel like you are there yet. That's okay. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is that you have developed a lot of these abilities. Let's just call them abilities. Let's say that the past has taught you how to be more patient and how to be more realistic and how to actually ask more from the universe, or how to be more responsible, or how to be more diligent. You know, like all of these things you have learned from past experiences, whether those are beautiful experiences or challenging experiences, you have come a long way. And this is a time for you to realize that. This is a time for you to honor yourself and honor all the things that have been working, and allow yourself to release the things, especially within yourself, like thoughts and emotions that are holding you back from reaching a higher level of success within yourself or self-realization. There's a lot of air here for you. Geminis, you might be dealing with other Libras or Geminis or Aquarius, other air signs, because we have here the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords, King of Swords, Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords. So I think that by the time this full moon comes, you're going to be adopting a lot of these energies, in the sense that you're going to be feeling very objective. You're going to be able to see very clearly what needs to be let go of and why. And you're going to be very kind of like clear with that. You're going to cut through the bullshit with the Queen of Swords here. You're going to just speak your mind and say, you know what, boundaries, limits, you know, this is holding me back and I'm not going to let myself be held back anymore. You know, like I am simply making a decision of releasing everything that's been holding me back. And now I can clearly see what that is. And I don't care how emotionally attached I am. I don't care how difficult this may be. I am going to cut everything that needs to go. I feel like you Geminis are going to be having a very authoritative energy towards this full moon. I feel like you're going to be very empowered, which I love. I haven't seen this in other signs, quite frankly. So I love to see that you're going to be very empowered. And you're going to be kind of like that judge in your life that says what stays and what goes. And for the first time, I think in months, you're going to be very, 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 very clear. Very clear. At first, before, like the days before this full moon, you might feel overwhelmed because you feel this is coming. You feel like the boundaries that you need to place will be placed. And maybe you get some sense of anticipation and you're kind of feeling like, oh my God, this is coming. I'm gonna have to do this. I'm actually gonna have to do this. And that might make you feel a little bit overwhelmed before the full moon. But by the time the full moon comes, for better or for worse, you're gonna have enough and you're gonna say, you know what, this is it. I am not gonna do this anymore. I am not gonna be feeling this way anymore. I'm not gonna be allowing others to step on me this way anymore. You know, like you're just saying no. And you're moving fast into this empowerment energy. You're moving fast into this new version of you because you've had enough. You're sick of it at this point. I feel like some of you guys are just saying, I will not live this way. You know, like I refuse to live this way. And that's because you have been going through a process that has demanded a lot from you. And a lot of growth, yes, a lot of evolution, yes, a lot of trophies, yes. But also a lot of burden and pain and difficulty. And now it seems like you're just going to be on your side and you're going to say, you know what, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. That's what I hear. Like some of you guys are going to be repeating this like a mantra, you know, like I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. You know, you're like, you're not going to have it. You're going to be having it. And I like that. I like that because I feel like you are so clear in the direction that you need to go next. That's beneficial for you. So what messages are coming up for Geminis for the full moon in Scorpio? Messages for Geminis in the full moon in Scorpio. Messages for Geminis full moon in Scorpio. Sensitivity. Okay, so there's a lot coming from this card right now for me. Some of you guys might feel this empowerment very strongly within yourself. I feel like some of you guys need to be careful on how you communicate in this full moon, because due to this sense of empowerment and due to this sense of needing to liberate yourself from the shackles and the chains that have been holding you back, you might become a little bit reckless with your words. And you might hurt some people in the process that you don't really need to hurt in order to make your point. So be careful about how you are being sensitive to this full moon energy to a point in which that can lead to conflict that is really unnecessary. I feel like sometimes we might, as humans, we might feel like we need to do something radical in order to prove our point. Something that we can go back from to make sure that we don't fall back into those behaviors that have proven to be wrong for us for certain reasons. This is not the case. You don't need to have this huge fight with someone in order to place boundaries. You don't need that. You can calmly and with much sensitivity speak your truth and your point. And the strength can come from you constantly and permanently not allowing those boundaries to be crossed again. The strength is going to come from there more than from the actual announcement of these boundaries, if that makes any sense for you. Obviously, this is a general read, so it might not apply for all of you. This might be messages that are very specific to some, or some messages are for you, others for other people. You know how this goes by the time you're watching this video. Hopefully you are already subscribed to my channel. If you are not, I would love to have you here. I would love to have you as part of our little YouTube family. I post a lot of readings for all signs. Okay. Some of you guys are literally needing this advice, which is so cliche, but it's so powerful as well. Before you make any decision, before you make any movement, before you speak your mind, before you speak your truth, take 10 deep breaths. Allow the fire that wants to come out of you to be filtered by these breaths. Because I feel like you guys, some of you need this independence so badly from something that you feel like you need to let go of, that in order to get that, you're being so ignited that you can become a little bit of a force to be reckoned with in a negative way. You might become a little bit of this like tornado, you know, and Yes, you will definitely, with that strength of the tornado, make your point, of course, but you might destruct so much in the way of that, and it is not necessary. It really isn't. You need to find your strength within the quiet space within you instead of the loud aggressiveness. You have to go within and say, my strength comes from not allowing these boundaries to be crossed ever again. Not by making a big noise and a big fuss and a big loud, thing that will hopefully prevent people from trying to step on your boundaries. Instead, the force is not going to come from them making the decision to stop abusing you. The decision is going to be made from you, from your quiet and sacred space within you, in which you're going to say, every single time that this happens, I am going to act on it in the most wise and mature and, aligned way that I can. And if that means a little aggression, that's fine. If that means a little, roughness to get the message across, that is fine. Just don't expect that by, this is so specific. I think that this might be for like a specific person, or it might apply to all of you. Just let me know in the comments. I would like to know. But I feel like some of you guys need to place boundaries, and those boundaries, you feel like you need to make the announcement that you don't want those boundaries crossed, and then give the power to the people around you, and you want to trust that they're not going to do it again. But you have to understand that some people are not aware of their behaviors as much as you are. And it's not about you announcing it aggressively and hoping that they don't cross your boundaries anymore. It's about you trusting yourself that you will not allow them to break your boundaries anymore. If a person constantly expresses things to you that make you feel worried, know that they're probably not going to stop doing that because it's part of their personality or it's part of what they're going through. But you have the power within yourself to make those distances and those boundaries stay on. And you have the ability. You are the one that has the power. You don't need to destroy the other person in order to make your point. Okay, so that is, I don't know if that goes for everybody. Please let me know, because that is so clear and so like to the point. It's interesting. So this is a full moon of release, definitely. I am going to try my best to provide you guys with tools and with additional, I don't know if classes or meditations or programs or whatever tools can support you for each full moon and new moon. Let's see how that goes. That's my plan. I'm going to try to stick to that. And for this full moon in Scorpio, I actually already have 2 things that can really help you with this energy. I'm going to be leaving below on the description box a link for a shamanic journey experience, which is a guided meditation based on shamanic journey with the snake as an archetype. The snake is the energy of letting go. It's the archetype that lets us know how to release that skin, how to transform ourselves time and time again by releasing what no longer serves us or what has become constricting. So I'm going to leave that guided meditation below. That will be a wonderful way to process this energy the day of the full moon, which I believe is on the 18th, if I'm not mistaken. I'm also going to be leaving below a link to the regression immersion program that I offer. That is a great way to heal past lives. So if you feel inclined to try past life regressions in a very safe and user-friendly way that you can do at home with no supervision, super user-friendly, you can go ahead and check that out, because sometimes the things that we're trying to let go of don't come from this lifetime. They might even be brought back as baggage from many lifetimes before and result in areas of our lives being blocked. Like, I feel like my romantic area is completely blocked because I've never been able to have a relationship, and I don't understand why. That could be a reason. Past life healing might be the solution for that. Or in the finance area, or in the spiritual area, or in the health department. So that program gives you all the tools you need to release all of those blockages. So this full moon in Scorpio is the time to go through that process. If you are already subscribing the regression immersion program, I've been doing that for like a year or more. If you already have that program, this would be a great time to use it. So reconnect to those audios, reconnect to those sessions, and by the days around this full moon in Scorpio, make sure that you clear as much as you possibly can, obviously within reason. And I hope that you take the most out of all of these tools. Please let me know if that works. And if you feel inclined to do something else, just focus on releasing. That's, I think, the key word for this full moon. I'm sending so much love your way, you guys. I hope that you know how much I love you and how much I appreciate you watching these videos. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and check those links out. And that's it. Bye, guys. Much love.